thank you for your input. Sam in Cheltenham, let's get to you now. You've been waiting to speak about electric cars. Are you ready to sign up and get behind the wheel, or perhaps you have one already? Good morning.
Good morning, Nick. Very much have one already. I've been driving electric vehicles for 15 years now.
Okay.
I ran my own electric vehicle delivery company for 10 years, and I now work for a grid building electric forecourts, high-powered electric forecourts around the country. So I am very much invested in the technology. And my point I wanted to share here, perhaps against some of the more sceptical comments that you've had on your contributors today, is the electric vehicles are here now. They are affordable. Taking examples of very, very expensive Audis at very, very expensive charge points is a terrible example of what the real world actually looks like. And the reality is that electric vehicles are already cheaper than their petrol counterparts.
What are you? Well, not to buy, though, are they?
No, they're not. But you've got to include the fuel costs,
yeah, of
the
course.
energy
No,
costs
I appreciate
as well.
that. Yeah.
You can't look at one without the other.
Broadly speaking, is it about a 10% differential? That is to say, if a car is going to cost me 30 for diesel or petrol, it's going to cost me about 33 for electric. Is that roughly what it is?
Yes, it is. Your PSA contributor gave those sort of indications, but the reality is a lot of people now will lease a vehicle. Through our forecourts and through our own leasing packages, we are offering a vehicle, including the energy in it, so that you don't ever have to go to a petrol station again. So when you add that into the mix, that 10% disappears very, very quickly on the grounds that your running costs on a monthly basis is significantly lower.
So how much have you worked out? Do you mind me asking what you drive now and how much it costs you to charge it per night or however you do it?
Yeah, sure. I've got two electric cars. My wife and I both drive one. She has a BMW i3 and I have a Tesla Model 3. I'm currently driving from Cheltenham to Braintree to our electric forecourt now, although I pulled over obviously for this.
Right.
And that journey is about 160 miles. I'll do it comfortably in one sitting, and it'll cost me about £3 to do it. So, when you look at it into a real-world perspective, not the Audi e-tron on the most expensive network in the country, but actually in a real-world environment, it's perfectly affordable now.
What happened? Were you to encounter traffic? Were you to get stuck in snow? Were you to whatever it might be? Or do you were to have the radio on and aircon full blast or something? Does that impact your charge?
Well, travelling slower in electric vehicles is actually more efficient, which is the opposite of an internal combustion engine. But so in that regard, if you're stuck in traffic, you're actually using significantly less energy than if you're going fast. But I think the important point is that the network in the infrastructure is what now needs to improve. There's 23, I think, new models this year of electric vehicles. There's plenty of electric vehicles. It's now the infrastructure we need to sort
Well, how many
out.
charging points? I've got a figure of around 30,000 the charging points in this country.
There's around 12,000 locations, and there's a number of different connectors per location, but although that sounds like a big number and there's only 8,000 petrol stations, the reality is the sort of network that we need for the 99%, because only 1% of the people on the roads today, registered vehicles, are electric. So we've got to get to the 99%, and to do that, by virtue of this...
We're going to have multiply it by an unquantifiable amount.
No, we're not, you see, because what we need is less locations but more chargers per location, akin to a petrol station. So that's what the company I work for now is building, the electric forecourts that create... Well, we've got 36 chargers at one location. So
I see.
You don't have to, so by virtue of doing it in that format, it's not too dissimilar from the petrol station of today, and the charging speeds are not too dissimilar from the filling pumps of today. Yes, it might take you a few minutes to
well, how long? Because, I mean, I can pump diesel very, very quickly. Oh, well, I can't. Sorry, the machine is pumping it very quickly. Yeah. How long does it take me to charge my BMW i, whatever it was that you mentioned?
Well, I mean, I've been waiting to come on and speak to you this morning for 20 minutes or so. I could have put a couple of 100 miles in my car by that time. So it's a case of getting high power in the places that we need it and making sure...
That's 20 minutes. Lastly, Sam, that's 20 minutes. Gosh, I'm in, done, paid, and got my coffee and on my way in about 6 currently.
Well, there's a scenario of what was referenced before about charging at home or charging at work. There's nothing wrong with that. It's very much a good thing to do, but not everybody can do it. If you're doing a long journey, stopping and having a coffee, going to the toilet, checking your emails, charging your car, by the time you've done all those 3 or 4 things, you're ready to go. So it sounds like a lot of time, but it isn't when you factor it in when you've been driving EVs for a long time, and the technology is getting better all the time.
Really enjoyed speaking with you. Thank you for pulling over. Safe driving as you resume your drive to your place of work.